What's going on, guys? We're doing something a little different today. Got a a coloring book here, and I'm gonna color stuff. I don't know. We're just gonna do it, and we're just gonna go ahead and go with it. I'll probably come back color this, but we'll start with page one. We'll just kind of do one at a time and see where it goes from there, I guess. Um, not quite sure what the reasoning behind all this is, and it's gonna be really interesting because I'm pretty colorblind, so the colors might come out kind of funny. But you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I don't know. I'm just hanging out and seem like the thing to do. It'll be interesting to see too, because I don't really have steady hands, I don't think. So me and coloring are just not good friends. Let me see if I can get some better lighting, because I can't see nothing. Be right back. I think I'll have to get a different light or something, maybe. Or like a lamp. I don't think I have a lamp. That is a good question. I don't think I do. Ah, well. We'll just keep going. And like I said, I apologize if I screw it up real bad or don't finish something, because like I said, I am not the best when it comes to coloring. I don't know. It's just kind of something I wanted to do, just for the hell of it. Went to Joann's Fabrics with my mom for Mother's Day. They had a pretty decent deal on what the heck is it? It like holds your dress for you while you're making it for somebody. So it just kind of holds it up there for them. My sister's actually going to get married, so we're so I believe she asked my mom to make her dress. So that's pretty cool stuff. My mom's a pretty good sewer. She actually she made a couple of blankets for me, and resewed pants and stuff for like baseball for me. My my pants just tear all the time during baseball. I'm not sure why, but they always did. Every time. Kind of like this color. Pretty cool. she may come out with a weirdly colored face because I can't tell if it's tan or orange or does it? Oh, it has peach. Oh, it's peach. I don't know. It'll work, I guess. Maybe I should read the colors first next time. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not like it's a yob or nothing. So, but so yeah, got this at Joann's Fabric, and I just thought it might be a good idea. I haven't been on in a while, so I just figured, what the hell? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't uploaded much in a while, and I just went and got a new computer and been playing the Oculus Rift and God of War and all this stuff, and I was like, God, I haven't been on my YouTube channel in gosh knows how long. Well, actually, I think I know how long. It's like almost 2 months again, because I had been gone for gosh knows how long. Yeah, I don't know what that thing is near her nose, so I'm just gonna cover it in. She's probably gonna look funny, but like I said, I don't care that much. Just go right around there. Yeah, I've just been kind of, do I want lipstick with this one? Nah. We'll leave that for another one. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've had a lot of things happen and change, kind of in my life and my surroundings and whatnot. I mean, not a whole lot. It's just more of like a personal. I don't know. I was a manager at FedEx for right about a year and a half, almost 2 years. I transferred into a new manager position, kind of overseeing some different folks, and needless to say, I didn't feel like I was doing a good job, and I felt kind of overwhelmed, just sort of showing up to get my paycheck, and then I'd go home, and that was it. I lost my drive, my focus, sort of everything that you kind of need as a manager to lead folks, and I just kind of got tired of it, and I didn't want to play video games. I didn't want to make stuff for YouTube. I didn't want to do anything. I avoided my friends for God knows how long, just because of it. And it's a big bummer, because I like hanging out with my friends. They are pretty cool people. At least I think so. I don't know what everyone else thinks, because I can't speak for them. So anyways, I tried that for my year and a half, almost 2 years. I don't know. I don't know the exact timeline. It doesn't matter, I guess. But I ended up stepping down, so I went back to being kind of where I was when I first started at FedEx, which was an admin. And now I really, really enjoy things. I go to work, I do my 8 hours, and I come home. And I mean, I didn't want to do that. See what I mean about clumsy? Yeah. So I stepped down. I went back to my 8 hours, and then I still didn't want to do a whole lot. I was still frustrated. I don't know if the term's failing, but I was not succeeding like I was hoping. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe I was too hard on myself. I don't know. But I stepped down, and I've just been in a slump because of stepping down, because I was like, God, I disappointed all these folks that were looking up to me or looking for my advice or what have you. So I really kind of molded back into myself again. I mean, more than I already was. I mean, the stress from work was gone, but then that sort of frustration that I didn't do very good swept over me. And I think now I'm kind of at that spot where it's not like that anymore. I enjoy going to work now. I want to be at work more. I want them to ask me to help. I want to go kind of like I used to. I just sort of kept going and going and going and pushing, and get a little farther, or a little I don't know, a little something else, a little something more than just hey, my 8 hours are up, I'm going home, don't talk to me. Because that's how I feel like I've been towards folks, and just people in general at work. And then I got a new boss who's kind of in charge of me now, which is kind of nice, because Me and my other head boss, I never saw her. I never saw them. I mean, they just weren't there very often, or never came out to see how I was doing, or give me advice, or whatever. It was kind of like I had to go to them, and then I lost my motivation because I didn't want to go to them because I kept going to them, and I'd get sort of the same advice. It was always, well, talk to your people. And if any of you know me out there, I am definitely not a talker. I don't know what it is, but I don't. I like talking when it's something I am interested in. No, when it's something I've got ammunition to hold my own, or to keep talking, because that is a very, very few far between kind of thing. I don't I don't know a lot of stuff because I don't care about a lot of stuff, like politics. I don't give a shit about. Like most of the time, I don't really care what's going on in the world. Drama is the worst. Like people whine and complain at my work sometimes to me, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice. I really don't care. Oh, they did what? Oh, that's nice. so so I don't hold the conversation very well when it comes to stuff like that. So like, one of my strong suits, I think, talking wise, is like anime or video games, movies, kind of more non stuff that's kind of irrelevant. I mean, I guess maybe that's a rude way to say it. It's not something someone's going to get so easily offended over, or have such a I don't know where I was going with that, but I didn't talk very well with my teammates, is what it all boiled down to, and that was all my boss had for me was, hey, talk to your folks, talk to your yada yada. And after a while, I got it. It made sense in my head, so I just kind of stopped going to her for advice. And from there, it just kind of deteriorated. And I'm the type of guy that I don't get really mad at people, and I didn't do a good job of keeping people in line. I just kind of let them do whatever they wanted, and that is not a good way to manage. I found out very quickly that I was doing all the work, or picking up the slack, I guess. Maybe not doing all the work, because they did a good chunk themselves, for sure. I just, instead of like, hey, can you finish this? Or, hey, why didn't this get done? It was like, all right, I guess I'll do it. Because I'm a firm believer in when something needs to get done, you got to stay and do it. So, I spent 50, 60 hours a week at work, and I hated it. I absolutely just was frustrated over it. So, it just kind of kept going on top of itself. So I sort of, oh, well, I'm frustrated. Well, why? Because I'm doing all the work. Well, why are you doing all the work? Because you're not talking to your folks, so you're not setting your ground rules. And then I was like, well, why are you doing that? And then it all boiled down mentally to I don't think I was doing great as a manager. Like, not even close. So I kind of I had to pick up from there, because my friend at work, he noticed it. He told me, he's like, hey, you need to tell them what to do. You need to man up, grow a pair of balls. Or, I mean, it wasn't even being rude, like sarcastic. I mean, he was very serious about it. He was very, very He's an extremely smart dude. And I mean, he was right. He was right every time. It didn't matter about what. He was spot on. Hey, you need to get it together. You're not doing well. I mean, we joke about it now, and well, maybe not joke, but I make comments about stuff like that, and he goes, well, yeah, you were being terrible. You did fuck it up. He doesn't sugarcoat it. Doesn't try to make me feel better, which I think is really great. I like people like that. Tell me when I'm being stupid, because I mean, I see this one side of stuff and I just go, oh, that's all's well that ends well, And I just kind of, I don't talk to people very much about stuff, so I think that really doesn't help. But no, he was really, really sincere about his word choice and the way I should have approached being a manager, which I did. So now I'm back to being an admin, and I get it actually kind of works out, because I get to be in the damage side, so I get to do like repacks and stuff for broken packages or what have you that comes down, or spills, or yada yada. And I really like it. I really enjoy work like that, because I mean, a lot of times it really a lot of times the things I dislike in jobs most of the time is the customer side. I mean, I'll deal with customers. I much prefer like a warehouse job, and even at FedEx, I didn't really have that a lot of the times, because it was customer service or calling about a package with bad addresses, stuff like that. So I didn't enjoy it as much, and I always admired whoever was over in the damages side of stuff. So it actually worked out really well when I demoted down, because now I'm the damage guy, and I don't really have to call customers or talk with customers very often. I mean, I still do, because that's just part of the job, and it's got to get done. But now I bust my ass all day, and it feels nice, and I feel like I accomplished something, and it's a great feeling now, and I feel like I've come out of that rut I've been in. I mean, today I went and I re-cleaned my whole room. I set it all up. I did laundry. I did dishes. I took out the trash. Like, it's been just a super productive day, and I love days like that, because I feel super motivated. Because that was another thing. My motivation was just gone. Gosh, I didn't want to do nothing. There's all these games I have backed up that I haven't even tried yet, just because I didn't want to. I wanted to save them for the channel, but then I was like, oh, I just keep fucking sitting around and not doing anything with what I have. So it feels good. It feels good to be back now. Or at least starting back. Because if you've been here long enough on my channel, I just sort of I get into these weird, unfortunate ruts where I have had enough, or I don't want to be bothered by people, or bothered by anything I have my hands in, because it's like I get so overwhelmed by frustration, or I don't want to say depression, because I really don't think it's there. I think it's just I'm a super comfy guy. If that makes any sense. Things have to be in a certain order, certain spot, certain way to for me to really enjoy myself, which has made it really hard to hang out with my friends sometimes because they're pretty outgoing and pretty. They like to go, shoot guns and all that sort of deal there, and be real out and about folks. And I've never been much of that kind of guy. I do enjoy going out with them. I like going fishing with them, and such like that. So it's fun going out with them when we get to do stuff like that. But most of the time, I don't like to just because that sort of comfort zone it disappears. Or especially when it's like, hey, let's go hang out and hang with these new people I've never met before and party with them. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I don't know them. Which is, kind of a big shame. Because I feel like a lot of times I don't... I could do a lot better being a friend, I think. And then hopefully I will. Because I've slowly, like I said, I've been coming out of that funk I've been having. I want to hang out with them. I want to see how they're doing. I want to play games with them. I want to just be in their presence, I want to talk with them more. I want to be around them more. And I kind of want to be around you guys more. I don't think I've ever done videos like that where I just kind of chat with you guys, tell you how I'm doing, tell you who I am. I don't think anybody knows who I am on here. I'm just that guy who gets angry at video games and yells and cusses a lot. Because I definitely do got a sailor's mouth. I've always been curious where I got that from. Because the only one who more or less cursed from what I remember as a kiddo was probably my dad. But it was very few and far between. He was very good about not doing it, at least around the kids, like my sister and I. Or maybe he did it more around her. I don't know. But it always felt like he did very, very well about not cussing very much. And I don't remember really watching any sort of violent movies or nothing where they'd cuss a lot, or games. Well, I guess I don't know. My first M-rated game was when I was 13, or 14. I actually bought it because I had a job at the what was it? The Taru Kennels, or Taru Kennels. And all I did was clean up after animals and feed them and stuff, and that was a fun job. But yeah, that was my first job. 14 years old, and I was super excited. And my mom made the mistake. She said, "Whatever money you get, if you save it up, I'll come with you to buy any game." so I had a GameCube at the time that I believe my dad bought me, and I had Luigi's Mansion, Mario Brothers, or Mario Sunshine, all that. But there was one game I knew I had to get because it looked cool, it sounded awesome, and it was just the bee's knees, if you will. And that was Hunter the Reckoning. That was the first game I ever bought with my own money. First M-rated game I ever played. Which, I mean, in hindsight, I don't think it's very. It wasn't all that M-rated. I didn't think, but so yeah, that was the first game I ever bought with my own hard-earned money, and yeah, ever since then I really love the Hunter the Reckoning series except for the one on the PS2, Wayward. I didn't care for that one. I mean, it was fun, but at the same time, it was really just blech. But it was a challenge, so it was a good time. But Redeemer was great with all the different monsters and characters you could be, and killing Carpenter and then becoming Carpenter. Like, that was cool as hell. I love that. Absolutely love that. So that was just a good time. I really enjoyed that. Ooh, maybe. Let's just do something a little different here. And that kind of got me really into gaming. There was something about the first money I ever made being put into a video game that I was so excited for and so ecstatic, and it felt amazing. It really did. I felt so happy about it and so overjoyed. And that was one of the best experiences of my life, hands down. And still to this day, I enjoy buying games. I mean, I oddly enough, sometimes I enjoy that more than some of the games. That's not even the creator's fault. I enjoy putting my hard-earned money towards something, and it's fun. It really is. So, like, when I get a new PC, a new system, or new whatever, it's like, I earned that. It's great. That is one of my favorite feelings of all time. So it's exciting. And like, hell, just this coloring book, these colored pencils, I paid for them. I didn't ask my mom. I didn't ask my sister. I paid for them. Just like I do my house. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, but I bought a house. I got my mom's help with the down payment, but I own my own house. Like, how many kids? I'm 25 years old, and I own a place. How many people can say that? Fine, it's not the biggest, blah blah blah. Everyone's gonna go, well, how big is it? Where's the yard? Yada yada. It's a little tiny place, little quadplex, but it's my own. I own it. And this is something I've always wanted. I wanted my own place, and the market around my not the market where I'm living here in Colorado has just it's gone nuts. It really has. So I was nervous for a very long time. I was like, gosh, I'm gonna be stuck renting, or I'm gonna be stuck at my mom's place, where I'm actually just gonna have to move. Which I guess that doesn't scare me too much. I wouldn't actually mind moving out of the city or state. I actually would love to go live in Japan. I think that would be Japan would be a good I actually plan to visit there someday, but I want to learn Japanese first, because I don't know. I'm so fascinated by them as a culture, or maybe their values, or just the overall the thought process, the people, the people are so nice out there, or maybe not nice, but like respectful of others. Like, you don't have to take them to court all the time, it feels like, to get your point across, to really put it in there that, hey, I'm a human being too. Stop being a piece of shit, and you know what I mean. Or maybe I'm just haven't seen that side of it. But I watched the YouTuber by the name of the Japanese man Yuta, I think it is. Gosh, that's the other thing I'm terrible at is names. So bad at names. But I watch his videos and he does these interesting talks with folks, like gender equality or how they feel about Donald Trump as president, or other stuff like that. And it's fascinating to hear like how different it is out there. Because I mean, you hear or you watch a few videos here and there, and everyone's screaming, "Oh, people are the worst," or the climate here is terrible, and et cetera, and that all these people are just terrible folks or whatever. I didn't get that vibe from there, so I really liked that feeling where it doesn't feel like you're just pressured by everybody to choose a side or hate the same things as someone else's hates, or you're just the worst type of person. It's fascinating, and I really like that idea, that aspect, or maybe that blind sort of maybe I'm what am I trying to say? Maybe I am romanticizing it more than it needs to be. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. Maybe it's not as great as I think it is, but I like to think that it is that great. That it will be worth my time to go down there at some point. Because that's, like I said, that's the dream. Japan at some point. Japan for sure. So I'm curious of the folks that do watch my videos. Who are you? Like, see if you can leave me a comment or something I can read. Because I don't get to... I have, 80 subscribers, which is fucking phenomenal, and I don't think I hear from anybody, which is a shame. I want people to talk to me. After all that, I said, hey, I hate talking to people, so don't talk to me. No, I do very well chatting with people on the computer, because I can think out a process. They're not sitting there eyeballing me, which I actually think I do better than, like, on phones. I am a terrible talker. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's nice, yeah. Or at least in person, I can do a little more. Or I can stare at their eyes and be a little better focused than what usually happens. At least on the phone, anyways. I really don't do well on the phone. The phone is probably the worst thing I'm the thing I'm the worst talking on. Because it's weird. I have no problem talking on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network and and chat sites and like there's things I can absolutely type out, but I could probably never say in real life. Just embarrassment or yeah, I mean, it's mostly embarrassment, I think. Yeah. So I'd really like to hear from you guys. I mean, tell me anything. I don't care. You can tell me go fuck myself. um, just something. Let's start a chat. Let's talk a little bit. Let's just enjoy company with one another. Because, I don't know. I enjoy company. That's why I kind of like Twitch. Twitch was a good time because it was like people could come and go as they wanted, and we could chat real time, and it worked pretty nice. So maybe I'll just do that next time. Maybe I'll just stream some of this on there. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to figure out how to get all that to work. Time for you. Perfect. Let's see here. Go like that, maybe. And if you're probably wondering, I am an absolute amateur when it comes to art. Okay? I've always wanted to draw really nice things, but it never pans out. So if you're curious, why has it turned out so rough? I have not had much luck with artistry or coloring, for that matter. Like the streaks look all funny and just they look like an amateur. Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Just chuckling at silly stuff. And I love jokes like that. A lot of people I've met get crazy upset when I joke about myself, or like they don't like the self deprecation. Is that the word? Maybe. I hope it's the right word. But they don't like when I joke mockingly at myself, and I am like, well, I don't know, I enjoy it. Makes me chuckle. So yeah, doing that has helped me a lot, cause I'm pretty egotistical, I think. I get into a point where I'm just like, no, that's not right, or that's not true, or I immediately dismiss somebody just cause or dismiss their opinions or thoughts, because I'm like, nah, I'm right, you're wrong. That is probably my biggest downside. I don't know. I just I do want to leave that, so let's do this show, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell if that's the. What the heck? We'll go with it. Let's call it like we sees it. Yeah, that's one thing I'm really bad about, is I'm very stubborn. And it can be about dumb shit. Absolutely just stupid, who knows what. Like wish I was better at giving examples. It's just kind of like when when somebody tries to tell me something like, I'm so bad at the example part. I don't know. Either way, I get into that zone of, no, you're wrong. I'm right. Everything you say and do is just nonsense. And it's not a good way to go about things. Definitely not. Especially when it comes to my friends. I really need to tone it down sometimes. So I'm just like, nah, you're wrong. You're an idiot. And I think that comes to kind of flourish when I'm around them sometimes, because it goes back to the ego part. I think I am so great that, oh, I'm so much smarter than them that I know the right fucking answer. Da, 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 da. And it's not good. And I think a lot of the times it turns out that way just because of who I am, unfortunately. And like I said, I'm very egotistical. I don't know. I don't think I'm a sore loser. I am a competitive person, so I get really frustrated when I lose, or not when I lose, but like, oh, that's the same. Is that the same one I used earlier? Oh gosh darn colors. Probably is. No, I'm such a competitive guy that I always have to be the best for God knows why. Just because. Because I like to win. I like to feel to feel like I'm better than somebody, which is just, I don't know. That's in one side of my head, it's like, oh yeah, that's just how it is because you're great, and then the other half is just like, dude, stop, stop with that ego, you shit, just stop it. Stop it right now. And it just doesn't seem to go. It's just who I am, and it's a bummer. And I'm hoping one of these days I get off my ass and stop being so egotistical. Stop being so full of myself. Stop thinking I'm the best. And just kind of calm down a little bit. Relax. Like this. This is fucking relaxing. Just listening to some decent music. Just scribbling away. It's really fun. I really enjoy this. And we have, God, what, 50 pages? 50 pages to go through this sucker. That's going to be lots of fun there. And this guy's fucking art style. Maybe I'll see if I can find it on Amazon and link it or something. Because this is just so nice. And it's really well done art. And some of these, I kind of cheated and looked through the book. I don't know if that's cheating. What the fuck is that? But I looked through it, and some of the technical drawing, or the characters that you look at, and it's like, man, how much time did he spend, or she, or whoever it is, spend on this one drawing? Because it's phenomenal how well done it is. Like, look, it's taken, what, 45 minutes just to color this. I couldn't imagine drawing it out and erasing and doing all that jazz in between. So I really, really admire this person or artist who did this. And it's such a fun idea too, because it's like, hey, You know, here's some really amazing drawings. Just put your color on them. And I've always liked coloring books ever since I was a kid, I think. Um, I think I got really off put though at one point by them because of the color issues. And trying to think. I feel like there was somebody who pointed it out. He's like, "Why is your fish or something purple?" And I was like, "Well, it's not purple. It's blue." And that was kind of the start of finding out I was colorblind. And then it you know, my friends give me a hard time about it. I laugh about it now. I'm like, hey, whatever, color's color. But I think, like I said, I think this was one of the things that they kind of off put me about drawing, because I was like, oh God, I'm gonna screw up and my color's not gonna be good, and that's sort of the competitive perfectionist. Maybe it's not perfectionist, but super competitive guy side of me is going, oh, you're gonna screw it up, and people are gonna laugh at you and ridicule you and yada 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 yada. And that is one of the biggest things. One of the things I really have to work on. But oh, fuck's sake! God damn it! um, um, God damn it! Oh yeah, for being such an egotistical guy too, I am such a downer on myself too. Like I have both sides where I'm just like, God, you are the fucking worst type of person. And then on the other side, it's like, nah, you're the best. Everyone can fuck off. And I think I'm such like a perfectionist when it comes to some things, not everything, because I'm definitely not a perfectionist. Like when it comes to cleaning the room or any of that, that is, oof, I'm so bad at cleaning the room. But I'm really rough on myself sometimes, and I probably shouldn't be. Like I said, like stepping down from being a manager, that sucked. That was one of the worst feelings I've had in a very long time. Not since I got kicked off the baseball team at school for flunking, for failing grades. I didn't flunk. I actually passed high school, to my mother's chagrin, or not chagrin. She was excited for me. She was worried I was going to flunk out and fail, and that I don't know, that she tried really hard for nothing. And luckily I passed. So I didn't really have to didn't have to disappoint her more than I already did, because I know I did. I mean, she brings it up every once in a while, and I feel really bad about that. And yeah, it was not a good time for me in school. Um, I it, and this is my egotistical side of me. School was never hard for me. I'd go to class, and more often than not, I'd learn whatever we were learning super quick, probably on the first day. Didn't have to really do it over and over again, like with homework or anything. I had it. It was in my head. I understood it all. There was no need for any further instruction, and I just sort of got it. And I think the downside to that, or what really turned me off school was, all right, so um, now I, I, I I did so well that I got bored because I was like, well, where's the challenge? And then I stopped doing my homework because I'm like, I fucking get this already. Why do I have to do it 100 times more? Why do I need to do that? And that was another egotistical, or is that egotistical? Maybe it was just stubbornness. That's probably more what it was. Stubborn. I was very stubborn about it. I didn't want to do my homework. I refused to do my fucking homework. Hell, even sometimes I'd do my homework and not turn it in just to spite people that are like, oh, you did your homework finally, God, or stuff like that. And I really didn't do didn't do a good job when it came to dealing with that. Yeah. And yeah, I think I really ended up hurting my mother's feelings quite a bit because of it, or scared her. Maybe it wasn't even a feelings thing. Maybe it was just I terrified her that I was going to turn out as a kid who was just going to mooch off his mother or what have you. Which uh, I think I was for a little bit. Because I don't know. Either way, I passed high school, just barely, like not even a 2.0, like a 1.8, and I passed. And I got kicked off the baseball team, and then it spiraled from there, I think, and I got even more frustrated. Like I actually even applied for a college where they actually accepted me because because I had good test grades, like my test scores were pretty good. It's another pat on my back. But they were good. There was no other way about that. It was just how it was. And so I ended up going to college. I went to Northeastern Junior College up in Sterling, Colorado. I went there for less than a semester because I flunked out. Believe that or not. Yeah, fucking stupid ass. I flunked out, wasted fucking $3,000 of my mom's money, just for that, just so I could fuck around in college and do that. I actually, I had a great time in college though, despite despite crushing or wasting my mom's money, which I really wish I could pay her back, because I tried, once I was financially able. I was like, hey mom, I've got this money, can I give it to you? And she just said, nope, just keep it. So I kept it. And yeah. And back to college. I enjoyed college quite a bit. That's where I met one of my good buddies, Turtle, also known as James. And he really brought out a side of me that I didn't think I had in me. He taught me, or kind of pulled me around really well, to chatting with people and meeting new people and going into parties and I didn't drink much. I still don't have a taste for liquor. I got no problem drinking now. Like, I can enjoy being intoxicated for sure. But like, the actual art of drinking is just terrible. Not a fan. um, but I met my buddy Turtle there. Met a couple of great guys. Buddy by the name of Teddy Bear. Their names are not actually Teddy Bear and Turtle, but that was their nickname in college. So there. So yeah, they were great. They were pretty good. I mean, absolutely amazing folks. Especially Turtle. I still chat with him from time to time. And go to see how he's doing. He's pretty cool guy. He was like he's a ladies' man. Everybody knew him as the ladies' man, or at least the ladies knew him as the ladies' man. Because I swear, every other night, new lady or another hookup or someone else would hit him up. Hey, Turtle, where you at? Or, how you doing? What are you up to? Stuff like that. And he just went with it. He was really good at it. Very, very good at it. Yeah. So it was good meeting him, because I don't think if I hadn't have met him, college would have probably been just like high school was. To me, it was a waste of time. I could be out getting a job and yada yada yada. That was the excuse I had. I don't know if it's a waste of time. I really don't know, and I can't say for anybody but myself. So, yeah. God, I really like that. That is cool. Let's see if I can find me a Blake. Blake, where are you, Blake? I have to put it under the light to find the actual black. Here. I'm hoping that's black. It's another thing I'm bad at. Is like, God, that's kind of haunting. Creepy. Huh. Nah, it looks good. I like it. Just need to darken it, maybe. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So, let's do the background, shall we? But before that, let's color all the flowers, shall we? Maybe it was lips and I should have gone across the middle. I don't know, that black nothingness just kind of creeps me out a little bit. Well. Whatever, we'll just go with it. It works. God, I really like that. I like that sort of thing a lot. Missed a spot. Where'd it go? There it is. Perfect. Hell yeah. Alright, let's start on these little roses, shall we? But after college, or the lack thereof, I moved back home with my mom and my sister at the time. They my sister bought out my mother from under her house, so she could just kind of live there and get rid of some debt, which she did, which is fucking phenomenal. She's amazing. Stayed there for a little while, and then kind of some family ordeals happened where it was just like, hey, all right, I was given 2 months to pay the rent of $300. Okay, that means get a job, save the money, etc. Okay, well, a month went by. I didn't do shit because I'm a procrastinator. And then my sister asked for the rent, and instead of like, hey, telling her, hey, you said I had 2 months, what the hell? Instead of arguing with her, I just got a butt hurt and went and lived with my friend JJ at his mom's house and paid rent there. And yeah. So I actually started working with my dad, doing some plumbing. I don't know a whole lot of plumbing, but I know enough to get by. Anyways, he had me help him out with his plumbing jobs at the time. So that was a cool experience. There was a lot of fancy homes we went into. He worked for a granite company. So they did everything. They did the installation, the unhooking of all the sink, everything underneath the pipes and the all of that. And then after that's done, then he goes back in and reinstalls the plumbing, and that's it. I mean, we would go house to house to house doing that, just unhooking the sink, hooking the sink back up, and that was it. I mean, it was a really nice job. And then, if the boss had something for us to fix at the store, we would do that too. So that was cool. The boss there was kind of a rude person, and I was actually surprised he let me come with to help him work. Well, no, I actually know why that is. My father at the time was still licenseless after his 2 DUIs in the same fucking month. So that's right. He told him, "Hey, he's my DD. Is that cool?" Or whatever you want to call it. So I was his designated driver the whole time, and at the same time I got more experience with plumbing, and so I know how to learn. I learned how to solder and measure and do all that stuff. We actually got to work at his boss's boss. It's his house, like the guy who owns the whole business and everything. We got to work at his house, and his house was like a mansion, man. I couldn't believe how much granite he had in there too. He had a whole wall covered in granite that stood at least 30 feet high. It was massive, and it was right over the fireplace too, and it just looked cool as all hell. So we got to put in like the plumbing for his a bar, plumbing for his bathrooms and such. And the thing that sucked about working for that guy is we'd get it all in, the piping and roughing and all that, and we'd even get to the point where the wall guy doing the wall plaster would come back in to put up the walls, and he'd put up the walls, and then the boss or the owner would come in and, oh, hey, I want to change this, and it was like, dude, it doesn't work that way. Now I gotta rip your fucking walls out and do it all again. And that was probably the worst job, or the worst thing that ever happened. And it happened like excessively consistent. We put in this fucking crazy shower too. Like it had a like a huge overhead, like almost the size of someone's body, that would drop rain straight down on you. Okay, and then next to that there was three little sprayers that were angled perfectly back too, so you would just get like annihilated with water. It actually didn't look that great, to be honest. I think that would have been way too much water coming at you. The overhanging shower though was cool. That shower head was like fucking 50 pounds, man. We had to bolster it we had to what am I trying to say? We had to hang it to some wood and some braces just so it wouldn't fucking fall off and kill somebody. The thing was massive, but it was cool when it was finished. I mean, it was huge. It's actually even bigger than my room here. The shower itself, and it even had this little like sit-in tub thing in the corner too. That was really cool. It was just like a mini tub. It would probably come up to like a little bit over your nether regions, and then that was it. And then it was just like a little sit-in chair. It was so cool. But man, he was the worst. I can count of at least 8 times we'd get like a toilet in, a sink in, a bathtub, and then, oh, well, we changed it. So we'd have to unhook it, break open the walls, break open the floors, whatever. I mean, you know, he was making good money, so he doesn't give a shit. But as an employee of his, I was pretty annoyed. I was just like, dude, let's finish the damn house. You want to move in at any point? But yeah, and it was cool too because it had a drive-in garage that was underneath the house, so you could work on it on your vehicles and stuff, or hell, even hide it. I mean, it was cool. It was this huge underneath of the house that you could drive into, and it had like four full-size bathrooms, like with showers and everything, and we got to see he had security cameras set up, and he had an inside pool attached to the house, like where that big living room I was telling you guys about was. Just to the left of that, if you open those doors, there was a huge like 15-foot pool. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, that was the worst. I really hated when he changed his mind. I was just like, we put in so much fucking effort, because it does take a while. Maybe not for everybody, but every once in a while, one of the rough ends, or whatever you want to call it, the setting of the pipes would take a long time because some of the wood was shit, or it was in shitty spots, and we had to come up with different ideas, and the water pressure, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was terrible sometimes. And I just wanted to tell that guy to go fuck himself. Just be like, stop it! Stop it right now! Unacceptable. So yeah. So after I got tired of working with my dad, or yeah, I think that's what it was. No, that's what it was. I moved up with my my other sister up in Fort Collins to just to live out there, to try a new change, do something new. And I actually I really enjoyed it up there. That was when I first started YouTube. I was back in the awkward moment win days. Which is actually what this channel was actually supposed to be. That it ended up just turning into a gaming channel, and I, or whatever idea I thought of the day. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. Um, so I moved up there. I got uh, uh, at the time it was part-time job at Little Caesars pizzeria. There was one up there that was like a huge, super super intense store. They would do something like 4 or 5 grand a day in sales, which from what I understand is really really impressive. Which I mean, to be fair, it was a college town, so I mean it made sense. Um, can't tell if that's coloring or not. It sort of is. Me and my fumbly hands. Ah well, irrelevant, I guess. Down to you. So I started working there. That was when I met one of my favorite ladies of all time. Her name, I'm not gonna say. She was the manager at the time, and she was awesome. I mean, she was just the type of manager I enjoy. She was nice, She was calm with you. She was very straightforward. And then when you screwed up, she let you know, hey, you fucked up. Hey, you're screwing up. Hey, et cetera, et cetera. So she was a really great sort of mentor as well for being an employee, because she didn't sugarcoat it. It was, hey, you screwed up, get it together. You need to pick it up next time, or I'm going to give you a write up, or etc. I didn't really have that issue. There was a few I had for sure. There was actually a gal there that I did not know was a little bit hearing impaired in one of her ears, and she was at the register, and I was asking her, hey, do you want another? Hey, do you want another? Hey, you want another? Yada 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 yada. And at one point, I got frustrated. Like I thought she was I thought she was ignoring me. There's that ego again. And I said, "Hey, what the heck?" And that was when I found out that probably shouldn't have done that. So she and my boss yelled at me like, "Hey, I don't want you guys fighting in here." um, so she really let me have it, and that was kind of the only time I think I really got in trouble or got a tongue lashing, if you will. So I spent, probably a year and a half up there while my sister finished college, or I don't think she finished college at the time, but she was moving, and I really didn't want to stay up there anymore. So I actually, because I missed my buddies down here in this side of town. So I wanted to move back so I could hang out with them, and we weren't just playing online and yada yada. Because I'm not much of an outgoing guy, like I already told you. Much prefer just hanging out with the people I know. So making friends is not my strong suit. So it was like when my bestest buddies are all down here, I want to be down here next to them. So I moved back. Actually, no. I moved back in with my mother at the time. I was right. Because she said she'd take me back as long as I paid rent. So I made sure to pay rent every day, or every month on time. Made sure to pay it. And then after that is when I moved in with my buddy JJ. And both times I worked at Little Caesars. And actually, Little Caesars was the first time I got my hands on a manager position, because they thought I was good enough to do it, and it being a manager there was probably what ruined being a manager for everything after, because some people get mad about their $5 fucking pizza. It'd be like, yeah, I'd like an extra or a cheese pizza, and then you go to give it to them or whatever, and it's like, well, that's not enough cheese, and I was like, okay, well then it'll be about 6 minutes. We can get you an extra cheese one, and it's gonna be $6. And well, why is it $6? I had a lady fucking threaten to tell my boss, and I was like, hey, go tell him I'm not giving you a $5 pizza with extra cheese for cheaper than what it should be. And I actually don't think she ever called in because I never heard anything from my boss. But yeah, they got so mad at it. And that was actually, I did a lot better over there as a manager, I think, than at FedEx. Because I knew the employees very well, and I knew how to direct them, I think, a lot better than I did at FedEx. Because I mean, it was just making food. Hey, hop on this station. Hey, hop on that station. Whereas I think at FedEx it's more of a motivational job. It's like, hey, the work is never ending, but you can do a lot more or you can do a lot less, kind of thing. So I was manager there for a little while, and I actually got a new head boss at that time. He was not a he was a real young guy, younger than me at the time. I was 20 or something like that. Which, I mean, that didn't bother me. I was like, hey, dude, good for you, congratulations. But he was not very good at talking to people or I actually thought he was a very, very bad manager in general. So I what am I trying to say? He was a really bad manager, and then after he became the head manager, I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm done with this job. I've had enough. I got tired of getting yelled at, and that was when I moved to FedEx. And then yeah. Okay, yeah, in about a year and 2 months, I spent as an admin at FedEx. Then I got promoted right into a manager because my general manager at the time liked me or thought I would do good or whatever. Yeah, and it just kind of went from there. I was actually working the midnight shifts there. Those were rough. I'm so glad I don't do that now. I actually just go do what do? I do 4:00 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and that is just, oh, I love that. I really, really enjoy that. That is probably my favorite time and all that. Gosh, there's so many roses. That sharpener is phenomenal. Man, I found a good one. There I go, pat myself on the back again. So yeah, it all kind of led back to here. I'm glad I had the experience. I tried it, being a manager again. Um, I'm bummed it didn't work out, but um, I didn't like how it ended, unfortunately. Um, Sorry about that. I ran out of I ran out of room on my recording device. It was yelling at me. It was like, change now or forever hold your peace or something. Who knows? But yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm glad I had the experience of going through being a manager because I realize I don't want to be one. Alright. Knock these out. Is this, oh, I think it is. I think it's the last rose. Hell yeah. It wouldn't be so difficult if they weren't so tedious, little brats. Alright. I'm debating, though, on whether or not I want to color in the background or not. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Still debating on what I'm going to do with these leaves and twisties. Sure, I'll go with a different color, because I don't like staying on one color for too long. Not sure why. But, yeah. Alright. That is all she wrote. Roses. Or, I assume they're roses. I have no actual clue. Oop. Silly colored pencils, calm down. Take it easy. What to use? I think we've got enough blue. We already did like a bright orange. I need like a dark red or a brown or something. That's kind of cool. This one is called Cerise. Never heard it. But it looks cool. So why the hell not, right? Currently listen to a guy by the name of Tom Thumb. He's an absolutely wicked beatboxer. The amount of sounds that guy can make with his mouth. Oh boy. Sounds like I'm coming on to him. Maybe I am. Ba ba ba. You know I love you, Tom. I actually am really, really into beatboxing. I absolutely enjoy it. It gives me something to do, like, all the time when I'm, like, sitting at home and stuff. And, so it's a really great way to spend my time, because my mind just kind of goes 24/7. If I'm not focused on something, I get fairly easily distracted. And I don't think I have ADHD, or if I do, I hid it from the doctor so well that they never thought I had it. Who knows? But maybe it's not I lose focus. I just lose interest. That's what it is. I just lose interest real quick. Check this guy back out for a moment. So it matches somewhat. Also thinking about maybe getting some, what are they called? It is called, some colored, or, excuse me, gel pens. That's what I'm thinking of. Gel pens are cool. And they're really nice on the hands. But man, they run out so quick. That's the downside, I think. And help myself. Change that for me. A little more music in my life. What kind of music do you guys like? I am really big into metal. Not sure the subgenres or whatever. I like things that I think is metal, like Death Clock. Death Clock is great. Like Metallica is always good. Lamb of God is great. Five Finger Death Punch isn't bad. They're okay. What else is there? August Burns Red. Oh, I love August Burns Red. Bullet for My Valentine's good too. Big fan of that. Really like the way they kind of bounce off each other in color. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's rad. Oh, is that seriously like a piece of her hair right there? Damn it! Perfect. Lucky. Maybe I should just start putting the colored pencils out that I use every time. So I don't have to keep digging, because if it wasn't for the rest of the color or the box being like super sharp already, because they're sharpened when you get them new or whatever, I probably wouldn't find them. That would have been bad. Yeah. Oh, ran through the lines. Ah, well. It's mine. So everyone else can suck it. Oh yeah. But speaking of like beatboxing, I used to watch a YouTube channel called Swiss Beatbox, I believe is what it is. They are amazing. They have all these great guys. Reaps 1 is amazing. Hobbit, I mean, a whole bunch of new guys as well. D-Lo, fucking... this goes back to my being bad with name thing. But I gotta say my favorite, by far, has to be... God, how can I forget my favorite beatboxer? Ballsy is his name. He actually beat Reaps 1 for the UK Championship long time ago, and then he won 3 more times in a row after that. Like, he is amazing. He's so super clean, and it blows my mind every time I listen to him. I'm just like, wow, how can someone be that good? And it impresses me every single time. Let's see, go down this way. There we go. Definitely need to get a light, though. Maybe I'll go by the thrift store tomorrow. Get a little lamp. Lamp to sit right over the edge there. That way. Mm-hmm. One thing I'm worried about when I'm doing this is my hands sweat quite a bit. So I'm like, every time I put my finger down, I'm like, crap, I'm gonna smudge it and make it even worse. But luckily, we've been fairly fortunate today. You know, I was thinking about this coloring that I'm doing. I was like, maybe what I should do is like a follow-up to each episode is make like a character background and story or something to go along with these. I don't know. That might be kind of a fun idea, I think. Because I really enjoy actually writing. I usually, of course, lose steam every time I start writing something that I really like. Like, I got to 3 or 4 chapters in this one book called, what the hell was his name? Galen Gonfall. I don't know why I like the name, but I thought it was cool. Or Gallon, that's what it was. It was like gallant, but I mean, if you looked at it, it was spelled Galen, which I think would make a Galen if I'm not mistaken. But I always called him Galen because I like the gallant idea of a character. But I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll do that. Do like a little short story, or I don't even have to do a short story. I could just make up some characters. I mean, she seems like an Anna. I don't know why, but I look at her and I'm like, oh, that's an Anna for sure. Not even Annabelle, just Anna. It's short, sweet, point, straight to the point. She's a little outgoing, crazy person. Slightly psychotic, but has no problem laughing. Laughing, not like a maniacal, crazy person. Dun, 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 dun. That way. But yeah, if you guys want me to do that, maybe that's what I'll do on this half. Then like name, age, like a race or something. They could be like should be a hidden vampire or demon or something cool. I don't know. Come up with something. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think about this or that idea. Let me know. I think that might be kind of fun. I could start off like the next episode with that or something. That would be pretty cool, I think. My red is fraying a little bit, and I don't like that. I assume I just have to sharpen it? Maybe? this thing of shavings is going to be full before I even get near the end of this book. Which is always good, too. You know what I find crazy is like with animation. This is what people do like all the time, scene by scene, fucking just for what 10, 15 seconds of an awesome battle. That is some dedication, man. I don't think I could do that. I would get so fucking irritated or just tired. And then, you gotta draw in between the lines. I probably could not do that. Not as like a full-time job or nothing. That would be rough. Oh, man. But, like, I don't know. That would be fun. That would be a fun job. Create the heck, I mean, not even necessarily anime, but, like, creating characters that somebody would use in something would be so cool. That's why I always liked, like, manga and stuff. Because, I mean, that's literally what they did. they created a character, a world, or whatever, and then someone was like, "Oh, shoot, that's great. Let's put that in an anime." I mean, it's more like popularity and whatever, but I think it still stands. That someone just went from, hey, I'm gonna draw. I imagine they draw what they like for a while, and then all of a sudden it's their job, and people enjoy it. They enjoy it so much that person's art that they do something with it. They expand on something they've already created. It's amazing. Blows my mind. And I'm pretty jealous of them. That is an awesome talent that I wish I had. Or at least one I wish I cared enough to get better at. To get to those levels if I could. Which, hey, who knows? Maybe I'd be great at it. Maybe I'd be terrible. I don't know. Maybe I should just finish it all in pink. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, with the pink match up with this whatever red thing. That probably wouldn't look very well, would it? Maybe I should just go with like a black. Ooh. Just do black all the way through. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe. Right there. Down here. Get around there. Little corners. Hell yeah. That's cool. Did I get all the roses? I think I did. Cool. Really come together. I don't think I'm going to outline this one. Or do the whole thing in one color. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. Kind of like, I like all the different colors. Then maybe in the next one I'll be a little more focused on a color here and there, or a certain pattern of colors. And then I can paint the background or something. I like it. Go this way. Maybe angle it a little better so you guys can see. Ugh. Missing those fucking lines again. Jeez. that actually works pretty well. I didn't even realize that those two hooked up like that. That's cool. Damn it. Stay in between the lines. This is the frustrating part. I get irritated with myself when I start slacking. Because I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. I should already be done with this. That's what I think in my mind sometimes. I'm just like, why? This is taking so fucking long. And then at the same time, I'm just like, oh, this is nice and relaxful. or relaxing. Well. Slowly but surely, we'll just go through and... Gosh darn spirals. They are pretty, but man. I'm having the worst time staying between the lines in these. Once again, because I am rushing. God damn it. Slow down there, you bum. It's not going to hurt anything. Take your time. There we go. Nice. Looking good, looking good. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. Slowly getting there. Let's do these side ones here, huh? So you guys aren't left in the dock. gonna go like that. Fairly positive that's not a hair. Doesn't matter anyways. These blues look super similar. Oh, there it is. I don't know. Maybe I just went outside the lines that much. I thought that was my smudging thing from my sweaty hands that I was telling you about. There we go. Let's see. It's one thing I wish book makers and printers or whatever would realize is, hey, I can't reach that part of the page. I mean, I can try my best, but I usually cannot reach it very well. Not at all. Ah, well. That's okay. Ah, looks so nice. Last one. Let's finish her off, shall we? Go. Oh man, hands are sore. I haven't done this much coloring in a long time. Hell yeah. Look at that shit. That is purty. Good old Anna. She spells it very plain. Anna Calisten. Anna Calisten. I like it. Perfect. Woo. Alright, guys. Thanks. I might have another one for you tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later.